I couldn't end the night. Hold on. My chain is on tight. Hold on. Fuck. There you go. I couldn't end the night without saying hold on. Fuck it. Motherfucker hit me in my DM, asked me, yo, if you made a statement, is that a rap? You stupid motherfucker, name one statement that got a nigga home. You think they give a fuck about a statement? Matter of fact, if you don't know the law, shut the fuck up. If you don't know your rights, how the fuck you know the law? You don't know nothing. All you know how to do is spin records, plead guilty, and that's it. I'm sorry. So if you out here judging people and you don't know the law, what are you? You're a cop, that's what you are. You're a cop because you don't know the law. They teach you how to plead the fifth. That's your Fifth Amendment. That means you're going straight past your 1, 2, 3, 4 rights to go to the fifth one. And the fifth one told you to shut the fuck up. But when you shut the fuck up, guess what you do? You thus denied yourself the right to use all your other amendments, starting from 1. And if you skip 1, you don't know how to use none. For example, your First Amendment, freedom of speech. If you don't know how to talk in court, how the fuck you going to use all your other rights? Stupid. But they teach you how to use your Fifth Amendment and skip all the other ones, like due process, search and seizure. But you was taught to shut the fuck up, plead the fifth. Let me show you what happens when you plead the fifth. When you plead the fifth, they tell you, take this time or go to trial and take this time. You get scared because you don't know what to do and you take the time. But when you take the time, you got to tell them everything you did. Everything you did. Everything you did. So what was the point of shutting the fuck up? To take more time and tell them what the fuck you did any fucking way? And the shit that strikes me interesting is, after you plead guilty, the niggas that didn't plead guilty, like Free Live Brim, Free Gangsta Light, they get the buku. I'm talking about like 50 years plus. Every conspiracy case, whoever copped out, the other niggas got 50 years plus. That's only because you admitted your guilt. Duh. Imagine me on trial with you. Then they ask you, are you pleading guilty? And I'm like, nah, cuz I'm going to trial. Don't plead guilty. And they're like, yeah, plead guilty. And you're like, well, I can go home right now. And I'm like, nigga, they offered me 15. I don't want you to plead guilty. But they telling you, nigga, I'm going to give you probation or somewhere between 5 years. And you thinking about your life. But I'm thinking about my life. How the fuck you forgot my life to want to plead guilty now, nigga? And admit everything you pled the fifth not to admit. Now you're about to plead guilty, huh? But what about me? This is why I don't like co-defendants. But you want to ask me about a statement. This is what I think about statements. Is a verbal statement considered evidence? No, a statement without proof generally cannot be used as evidence in court. Even if it's true, it must be substantiated and meet legal standards for relevancy and authenticity. In other words, you gotta have somebody go in there and say that shit in court. You know what they mean? Like a rat, point a finger